win by 2. All games will be doubles format, and the order of the games will be a women's doubles, men's doubles, followed by 2 mixed doubles matches. If we are tied at 2 games apiece, a dream breaker will be played. With that being said, who's ready to meet our first athletes? Let's bring them out. It is time to strap yourselves in and meet our first contenders. Our first match will be between the Sydney Smash, sponsored by Engage Pickleball, and SwitchBoard, taking on the Gold Coast Glory. Engage Pickleball, Gold Coast Mortgage Brokers, their sponsors. Let's meet the athletes. Sydney Smash, representing them, please welcome them out, Emilia Schmidt and Michaela Hyatt. And their opponents, representing the Gold Coast Glory, please welcome the team captain Sarah Burr and her partner Beck Kingsley. Ladies and gentlemen, the stage is set. Major League Pickleball Australia is here. Let's lock and load.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Major League Pickleball Australia. My name is Dylan Kimlin, and we are watching the ladies getting ready, ripped in, and good to go. Currently have the duo in pink, Emilia Schmidt. Will be getting nice and warm. She has been tearing it up in the last month or so in fine form. And it's fair to say the sisters that she'll be tearing it up with, Sarah Burr, Beck Kingsley. Ones to watch, we need to be aware of it. Ladies are just having a chat to our official, none other than the president of our national body, Jen Rammer-Murphy. Having a chat, we can see Michaela Hyatt, also across from Emilia Schmidt, just having a good yarn. These ladies know what they're doing, they understand the rules through and through. But Jen's just got to go through everything, ensure that fair play is had by all, and we can get stuck into it. We've got beautiful conditions down at UQ this afternoon. Slight breeze, but besides that, we have not got a cloud in the sky. They call it the Sunshine State for a reason. Brisbane is putting on a show, and I expect we're going to have an absolutely wonderful spectacle this afternoon, and we thank you all for tuning in and watching. Ben's just jumped up with me. Switch over to him, have a yarn. How was the crowd feeling down there, mate? You've just cheered them all on, got everyone ready to go.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you what, it's a different vibe all again. We start again here, ready to rock here at the UQ St. Lucia campus. And I'll tell you what, the teams, they felt the nerves, they felt the opportunity that presents or is presented before them. And these two teams, experienced campaigners, will be doing battle, and every point will be absolutely played with their heart on their sleeves. It's going to be very, very exciting. But the crowd is already involved, already invested. You heard the noise on the entries. I'll tell you what, Dylan, this is going to be an epic, epic match for pickleball. Not just here in Australia, but hopefully we get to showcase the best of the best. This was really cool around the world.
Yeah, not wrong. And I think the things we need to keep an eye out for, with the teams format that we're playing, the ladies on the right side in the blue, Sarah and Beck, they've been playing together for quite some time. Whereas the duo of Emilia Schmidt, Michaela Hyatt, relatively new to each other. I'm actually very excited to see them both on court. They are incredibly aggressive. So no doubt we're going to see some insane firefights breaking out. But, Beck Kingsley, Sarah Burr, they know they've been doing this for years now. Definitely up there with winning plenty of trophies and whatnot. Yeah, wonderful. We've just been notified the Sydney Smash have won the coin toss. So it's actually a bit of strategy involved with this regarding where they want to play, who serves first. I'm intrigued to see the strategy involved from both sets of teams.
I think what's really cool here, Dylan, is we've got experience taking on a bit of youth. We just saw, only moments ago, a similar sort of matchup for our Pacific Pickleball League round 2 championship match between these two ladies in the blue, the Gold Coast Glory. They were victors, champions of that particular round there over her opponent of the Sydney Smash there, Amelia Schmidt. But into the battle this time is Michaela Hyatt combining with Amelia Schmidt, and this is going to be a very, very exciting matchup. And even some fun facts, exciting facts there. You know, Sarah Burr, she's been the queen of pickleball here in Australia for many, many years, and a little bit of a change in the guard coming through with these young superstars ready to fire. They're just brave, young, and excitable young athletes coming through, and I think, you know, coming up against, this can be a different conversation, right? Coming up against the likes of Sarah Burr, who is, you know, talking to her pre-tournament, she did a stint in the States. Went and played the Major League Pickleball over there for 2 months, in and out of those competitions, and you know, went into the draft, went into the draw, and really competed against the best of the best that the USA has to offer as well. So we are so privileged to welcome the Major League Pickleball event, the first international event outside of the USA. And tell you what, we are not the only people feeling the excitement here. Every single person courtside, on the stream, and around Australia and the world, we are yet to really show our talent, and this is where we get to put our mark on the pickleball world.
Yeah, spot on, exactly right. And a couple of things, other first-timers as the players are just going to have their final conversation before we get ready to go. Everyone's pumped up. We're using the Franklin X40s for this event, as well as the beautiful setup from the players are good to go. Sarah Bird bringing it in. Game on.
Game time here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us around Australia and the world, wherever you are viewing from. We're straight into it just like that with a fantastic return there from Hyatt. And a straight side out to kick things off. And that ball just goes long. So first points on the board here for Sydney Smash.
Oh, what a shot.
Well, there's going to be a big fan base here, Dylan, I feel, for the Gold Coast Glory. Obviously, just up the road is where we're at right now. So Brisbane, a couple of hours north of the Gold Coast.
Yeah, you're correct. But I think something we also got to consider is that Amelia Schmidt is Brisbane-based. So although she's repping the Sydney Smash, she would have some friends and family down as well.
There we go. The inside scoop there. Fierce down the middle there. Beck Kingsley.
We just hear some pretty ecstatic cheering in the background.
And this is what it's all about. The community, not just obviously here in Australia for pickleball, but I'm sure in the Major League Pickleball over in the States. The drop shot there from Schmidt, the smash, and that's too good there. Michaela Hyatt down the middle, really well orchestrated point there. But just touching base again on that community feeling, like every single person is so supportive of the success of their friends and their family who's out there representing, and you know the sense of community is just through the roof, and it's a special sport to be a part of.
Yeah, spot on, mate, and not wrong. One thing we do need to consider with the rally scoring format that we're currently using, little unforced errors there like we just saw from Schmidt, absolutely critical. Bang.
The lofted ball taking full advantage of Beck Kingsley. Capitalising there. This is exciting. This is the new format to our country, to Australia. Just a slight clip of the tape there, and you can see on that replay, every single point matters. Every single contact matters. A bit of confusion.
Beautiful return right down the middle. Straight on the T-bone. Nice and medium rare. Great shot. It's interesting to see. I mentioned earlier Schmidt and Hyatt coming together. I expect they're going to be quite explosive throughout these games.
calls wrong. We just put the point on Gold Coast Glory instead of... Sneaking through, finding the back corner there is Amelia Schmidt. One of the fiercest competitors, the youngster coming through. Brisbane-based, Sydney representative. These two young ladies, a lot of passion and fight in their game. And taking on the experience of the sisters here from the Gold Coast, Sarah and Beck. Beck watches that one. Happy to watch that ball go beyond the baseline, even further here. So we've got a score check here of 6-4. 6-5 make that. Still in favour of the Sydney Smash. The slight advantage. So it is back and forth, point for point. The teams continue to side out, and just a double break in points here. Keeping the Smash with the advantage. They only need the 2 come the end of this game. Firefight. Hard into the net. Defense there from Michaela Hyatt. Incredible stuff there, Dylan.
Yeah, not wrong. Traditionally, Beck Kingsley, Sarah Burr are very defensive-minded. Oh, we're just at the top of the paddle. Unfortunate.
Yeah, just towing that one beyond the baseline there. Unfortunately on their own side. Hard down the line. Michaela Hyatt is dialed in here.
Yeah, and that's a classic play style. Incredibly aggressive. From the Sydney Smash, I think this was expected. It's up to really Beck Kingsley and Sarah Burr to, I guess, tone it down a little bit.
Yeah, still a fair distance to go in this first game. Obviously, the teams will be looking to gain the advantage in this new format. Women's first, men's second, mixed doubles to follow. Just replay that point there. Tape tickler there, just clipping the net on the way through. Well handled. Fierce battle continues here. Within the kitchen, back and forth. Lofted ball. Amelia Schmidt takes full advantage there, the end switch. At 11-5, Sydney Smash lead the Gold Coast Glory midway through game number 1 here for the Major League Pickleball Australia here in Brisbane.
Can I have another lager, please?
Same for me.
What do you reckon?
It's good. Another lager. No booze, no worries.
Thanks for joining us once again, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first game of the team's competition. Sydney Smash, closest to your screen, taking on the Gold Coast Glory. Sydney Smash in control. 11-5 is the scoreboard. Make that 12-5 now. In control in this first game.
Yeah, I think it has to be said, Michaela Hyatt is in fine form. We haven't seen her play for a little bit. She's been off the grid, I suppose, compared to the Queensland girls. Been seeing them quite a lot, but she obviously hasn't been messing around as that goes long.
Well, that shot felt a little bit personal there, Dylan, just high at the body of Beck Kingsley, who does really, really well to have the awareness to let that go over the baseline. So a much needed point there for the Gold Coast Glory. Their captain now, Sarah Bird, to the baseline. right at the toe with the bat. Michaela Hayet just so consistent, so solid right now here. It's a tough ask there. A loft ball. Ah, tough gig. Right at the feet of Sarah Burr. There's not a lot you can do about that.
Hayat is on fire right now. No doubt about it. She's playing so aggressive. Great forehand drives. Converting those smash opportunities she's getting. It's good to see.
Down the lines. Good. Michaela Hayet. If you do not mind, ladies and gentlemen. One of the stars of the sport here in Australia.
Yeah, it's fair to say she's putting everyone on notice. It looks like we have a referee timeout. Our official Rama Murphy just having a chat to the ladies. Not too sure exactly what about, but
I think it might be a quick equipment check here. Maybe the ball knot's having flight off the bat as much as what they would have liked.
yeah, well, it's always a touchy one at tournaments with your paddles. Can always get them checked and whatnot. So either way, Rama Murphy knows exactly what she's talking about. She'll deal with it promptly. Looks like we are ready to get back into it.
So 15-6, Smash in control. They'll look to maintain their aggression, their dominance. Sarah Burr looks for the swing. Defense is good, but not quite able to keep that ball alive as it just takes a little bit of pace off the swing there from Beck Kingsley. Michaela Hayet swings it into the middle of the net. 6:15, 7:15 make that. Things ticking over. Smash at the net. And a foot violation called there. Dylan, talk us through that one.
Yeah, kitchen fault, which is tends to happen when you're playing super aggressive like the ladies in pink currently are.
Oh, that ball had a little bit of whip and curve to that one. You could see on the stream they're just evading that sideline. You see Michaela Hayet just targeting the outside hand of Beck Kingsley on the backhand. Fast, hard through the middle, Dylan.
Yeah, it's a ripping double-handed backhand straight down the middle by Hayat. Not messing around. I was just thinking that the sisters had, I guess, slowed things down a little bit, and that's what they need to do when they're versing quality opposition like the Sydney Smash right now. But as soon as I was thinking that, the ladies have just bounced back into the driver's seat. Solid lead.
Do no wrong. Very, very few unforced errors there from Michaela Hayet. Again, just putting the pressure back on the sisters from the Gold Coast Glory. Oh, just hitting the toe. Couldn't quite scoop underneath it. What do you call that one again? It's the shovel, right?
That's one of the ways of calling it, mate. Yeah. You know all about volleyball and digging things out, but the ladies are straight back into it. And that's in.
Deemed out. Is there a challenge? No.
It was deemed out. Okay.
Late charge here from the Gold Coast Glory on the far side of your screen. Angles there from Schmidt. Defense here from the sisters. Smash after smash. Oohs and ahs of the crowd. The ball was deemed in. That's a lovely finish to the Sydney Smashers point. 19 on the board now, 2 away from wrapping up game 1 here.
I was going to say, there's a little bit of a cheeky call there by Burr. Rama Murphy ensured that it was deemed correct. Straight back into the dink rally.
There is a different level of ferocity here from Emilia Schmidt, just charging the net. Bringing up a game point here for the Sydney Smash. Working Kingsley over now. Long rally. Hard down the line. Amelia Schmidt wraps it up for the Sydney Smash, taking game one, 21 points, 2-11 over the Gold Coast Glory. What a red hot start here, Dylan.
Yeah, they played so well. I think it also has to be noticed that because we're not doing the freezing option for this particular event, so even if the sisters had a chance to bounce back, you know, they were just under immense pressure from both the Sydney Smashers, or Sydney Smash rather, and that's all they were doing was smashing the ball.
Absolutely, there was this different type of venom there from the ladies in the magenta, and they get it done there.
Discover a community designed for over 50s that lets you do you.
Can I have another lager, please?
Same for me.
What do you reckon?
It's good. Another lager. No booze, no worries.
Now, don't get excited, Breno. That's the only one I'm getting for you.
And good afternoon, welcome back to Major League Pickleball Australia. This is Dylan Kimlin. We're about to get started with the men's. We've still got the Gold Coast Glory taking on the Sydney Smash in the pink. We've got the duo of Mitch Hargraves warming up with Brendan Lee. Sydney Smash sides will be doing very well. I think they'll be pretty happy with their teammates. Hayat and Schmidt absolutely tearing it up in the last portion of the game. They're up against the duo from Gold Coast Glory. We've got Vish Masand and Martin Clark, experienced duo. Vish making a bit of a break through lately, actually, in the last year or so. He's been really piling on the results. It's good to see him in this event. Martin Clark, arguably one of the most tenured veterans in the Australian scene. Multiple events overseas. When I say multiple, I mean his trophy cabinet here for domestic play is absolutely chockers full. Once again, Jen Rammer-Murphy will be refereeing this game. The players just having a chat. Mitchell Hargraves, international representative as well, has played over in the States. Absolute superstar, and his games earlier today were elite. I imagine he was in very fine form, actually, incredibly consistent. Playing with Brendan Lee, who I think will probably be the more aggressive out of the two. Hargraves, like I mentioned, incredibly consistent, whereas Brendan's a bit more of an X-factor, explosive sort of player. Same can be said about Masand and Clark, actually. I imagine Clark will probably play a little bit more of the conservative, reliable approach. And we'll expect Vish Masand to tear it up on the court. Once again, a big thank you to Franklin for providing the X40s that we're currently playing with. These are the preferred balls here in Australia. We've been using them for a very long time for all of our tournaments. As we just see Martin cops a cheeky net roll from his partner. Still pristine conditions here at St. Lucia. We have got the players are just leaving the court. I'm not entirely sure what for. Just having a chat. But I am curious to say, especially for you Australian viewers watching right now, what do you think of rally scoring? Obviously it's relatively new here in the Australian scene. We typically just play the traditional format. But
well, ladies and gentlemen, we have
very exciting.
Off to a red-hot start. The Sydney Smash
have
the advantage, taking game one, 21 points to 11. They have the advantage now, and we bring out the men's doubles competition. Please welcome from the Sydney Smash their captain, Mitch Hargraves, and his partner, Brendan Lee. And their opponents from the Gold Coast Glory. Please welcome Martin Clark and Vish Masad. It is game time once again. Sydney Smash with the advantage, taking game one. It is game two, men's doubles, ready to rock down here at the UQ St. Lucia campus.
Okay, players have entered the court once again. Ramon Murphy having a chat. Just ensuring that all the gentlemen know what's happening. It's kind of funny actually because these players are more than qualified enough to be referees themselves. Very tenured, experienced players. There's a good buzz today in Brisbane. The crowd have absolutely loved the event that we're putting on thus far. But I welcome all players, all spectators, whether you're from Australia or international. The Australian pickleball community welcomes you all with open arms. And we're underway. Vish Masan serving, 0-0.
Just like that, we're into it. Martin Clark, the forehand, the smash away from the body, getting point number one on the board. Bodyline shot there from Brendan Lee. Takes it again, third time, fourth time. Tape tickler trickles off the net. Brendan Lee, defense to perfection for Sydney Smash's first number point here. Hargreaves Lee. What a combination they are doing.
Yeah, well, that's a confidence play for Brendan. He's definitely one of those players that once he gets steamrolling, hard to stop, and he'll be loving that first result.
A little bit of an early strategy here. We see Martin Clark and Vish Masad targeting Brendan Lee. Obviously, Mitch Hargraves, he's a well-known character around the Australian pickleball scene. Masad just evades that sideline. Really good court awareness there from Hargraves.
Yeah, it's quite obvious that Masand and Clark are opting to freeze out Mitch Hargraves. And he is an absolute superstar, so I can understand why. Not to knock Lee at all, but Hargraves is elite. Being the captain also. Probably a moral victory to keep the captain off the court, hey?
Yeah, absolutely. It's some bragging rights on the line, but I think there's bragging rights regardless right now here in this weekend. You know, Major League Pickleball Australia right here in Brisbane, the first international event outside the shores of the United States of America. We are so thankful to be a part of this fantastic sport and its growth, specifically here in Australia, and you know, building more towards what an international competition could look like in the years to come. So points continue to flow back and forth. 4-3, the Smash lead. Martin Clark using the angles. Tape tickler, no. Tightrope action as it doesn't quite fall to their advantage. 5-3, make that.
Yeah, it's probably fair to mention, I would say regarding a dinking rally, Hargraves probably has the advantage over Clark just in regards to experience. And you can see Clark is deliberately trying to keep Lee honest. Wonderful shot. Sydney Smash in the lead.
Just catching them high, continuing the buffer there. So like we mentioned, the ladies from the Sydney Smash taking the advantage in game one. Just wide there, as indicated by both the Gold Coast Glory players. Staying in touch is important. Still early days. Obviously, we're racing towards 21 points, winner by 2, but tough to regain the lead. To make up a deficit, specifically when you've got the danger man, Mitch Hargraves, on the court. Brendan Lee ever lurking. Such a big stance there, Massad. Punishes the ball straight at Hargraves' body. This is a good run of points here from the Gold Coast Glory.
Yeah, not wrong. However, Vish Masand, I mentioned at the start of the broadcast, can absolutely tear that ball apart. Playing very well. And we've got a tied game.
Ooh, it's interesting where the commentary booth is right next to a few of the fans kicking around the UQ, the St. Lucia campus, and we can hear the oohs and the ahs and riding the emotions, riding every single point here for the Gold Coast Glory, who are on the charge right now. This is a 4-point charge here from the guys furthest from your screen as we speak. They've jumped to a 2-point lead now. Tape tickler just trickles over. Recovered well, Hargraves. Brendan Lee pounces upon the lofted ball. Steadies things here for the Sydney Smash. Martin Clark there with some good defense. Dylan, we're back level. Is this how you foreseen the game to play out?
Yeah, it is. And we'll notice that Brendan Lee is using the double-handed backhand quite a lot as we see the 5-5 breaking out. Fortunately, Hargraves' shot gets sent into the Brisbane River. The lethality of Brendan Lee's double-handed backhand is something that no doubt Clark and Massand have to consider.
I see what you did there.
Oh, Massand. Talking about lethality. What a forehand.
Just opening up the double-handed forehand there. Their first of double figures, we believe. Martin Clark using the angles. Just tempting Lee right now as we speak. Bringing Hargraves back in. Speed up play, advantage Sydney Smash. Little flick of the wrist. Targeting the body line there of Massand. Points, serving 10. Oh, Hargraves wanted to step in, wanted to gain the advantage. The change of ends. And the middle of this game, 11-9. Really fantastic equipment there brought to you by Yola. They've supported us here in Australia for the Major League Pickleball Australia event. The equipment across the court there, a few of the athletes representing. Of course, they've kitted us out with the Yola pro net here on show court.
Yeah, we also have to give a big shout out to Gold Coast Mortgage Broker getting involved with the Gold Coast Glory. Speaking of which, Martin Clark looks like he is ready to go. As soon as our official Roman Murphy calls the ball. Yep, back into it.
Oh, Massan, he saw the advantage. With a smile on his face and the shake of the head, he knows that that was an opportunity gone at begging. So the smash now to double figures, 10 serving 11. Hard double backhand from Brendan Lee. Handled well, Martin Clark. Oh, the late change there from Mitch Hargreaves. You could see it just on the flick of the wrist. He just clips the top of the net. Falls to his own side though, so point Gold Coast Glory. This could prove a crucial game here for the Gold Coast Glory. We're going to level things up before we venture into the mixed doubles. Tape tickler just trickles over once again. Body line again, getting the tape. Oh, back and forth does Brendan Lee and Martin Clark go.
Yeah, I think it also has to be mentioned that the ladies for the Sydney Smash took the first game. So there is a little bit of applied pressure on the Gold Coast Glory guys, but they're playing very well.
I think both teams at this point in time in the game recognise that there's still a fair way to go within this game. The 2-point buffer for the Gold Coast Glory now is definitely healthy. They just need to play some really consistent pickleball here. They've made some good choices throughout each and every point, picking and choosing their opportune moments to take the advantage and get their points on the board. Like this one here, Martin Clark. Body lines, Brendan Lee once again pops up and puts it away. This is a healthy advantage at this point in time, Dylan. I think what's really starting to play into the thoughts of these two teams, I reckon, is what the combinations are moving into the mixed doubles to gain the advantage moving forward.
Oh, you're spot on, and we've also got to take into account the Dream Breaker. Should it get to it, that's something that's pretty exciting and new here in the Australian format. But you are right, combinations, people playing with each other. As we've got a side out.
Composed is Martin Clark. On the back foot defensively is the Sydney Smash. And Martin Clark with the Ernie swinging that one away, stepping outside the court. Drop shot, Massan, full stretch, can't get there. Really good vision from Brendan Lee. Smash staying in touch. Magic number is 21 points here, ladies and gentlemen. Sydney Smash ladies have the advantage, taking the first game. This is a best of 4 match here. As a Smash bring it back to within 1 point now.
Another thing that we need to consider too, because we are playing the rally scoring format, so the players are frozen in position. And as a result, Mitch Hargreaves is getting more of that forehand. I say that and he goes and muddles it up into the net. Commentator's curse strikes once more. Solid lead here for the side of the Gold Coast Glory.
Body line again, handled well, Brendan Lee. Again. Oh, just tees off and sends it long. That was the ball that both sides were looking for, just the pop-up. Hargreaves absolutely had a crack. Couldn't convert. Crucial stage of this game now, Dylan. 17-14, Gold Coast in the lead.
Yeah, no wrong. And the players are just confirming with our official Rammer Murphy whether they were standing in the right position. Obviously, the rule change recently, something that our players are well and truly aware of. Clark on the attack.
How often have we seen it here, ladies and gentlemen? Brendan Lee again under the pump, on the back foot, peppered from his opposition, and he comes out on top. Fantastic point there for the Sydney Smash. I'll look to double up here. Not today, says Martin Clark and Vish Masand. 18 now on the board.
Yeah, Masand's absolutely lethal when he gets that opportunity. Very prominent driver. Likes to utilise it as much as he can. But I have to say, Brendan Lee, as Mitch Hargraves flogs that down the middle, Lee has been very solid defensively, and I think that's probably a leading factor in this score right now.
Confirmation of serve, Brendan Lee, ball in hand. 16-18. Firefight. Confusion, Martin Clark. A little bit of a stare down and lets him know about it as well. Rivalries forming here in Australia, Dylan.
Yeah, not wrong, and that's something we need to consider. This is the first time we've had this team's event here in Australia. So as a result, we might see some rivalries forming before our very eyes. Brendan Lee very happy with himself after that shot.
Sydney Smash, a little bit of work to be done, trailing 17-19. Again, all the pressure right now on Brendan Lee. Tape tickler both ways. Hargraves hard at Martin Clark. Back to within one. Lee fires him up, pat on the back. One more, partner.
Solid discipline there by Martin Clark, letting it go. And they now find themselves in game point situation.
Yeah, that's right, Glory. An opportunity here to level the games up. Brendan Lee's not having a bar of it at the moment. Neither's Martin Clark as they take that one, 21-18. A fantastic match. And ladies and gentlemen of the pickleball world, we are level. Sydney Smash, Gold Coast Glory, one game apiece. We moved into the mixed doubles. Now stick around, not too far away. Exciting times as we look to wrap things up here for the first round of the teams event here for the Major League Pickleball Australia, Brisbane.
Ready to discover a lifestyle designed for over 50s that lets you do you? Then you're ready to discover a Stockland Halcyon community. Be inspired in your new home with high-quality finishes in a community filled with resort-quality facilities that lets you unleash your passions. Whether it's relaxing with new neighbours that have become good friends or travelling on a whim, knowing your community is secure. With no stamp duty, no exit fees, and no worries. There's more time for you to do you. Discover a Stockland Halcyon community today.
starts here. Blue. It starts there as red. On the second game, just for me, I swapped the school.
And welcome back to Major League Pickleball Australia. This is Dylan Kimlin. We're just about to get ready for the Gold Coast Glory and Sydney Smash mixed events. The players are just getting sorted out. And oh boy, crazy 2 games to get us started. Atmosphere is electric here in Brisbane. Weather is absolutely pristine. And it is good to see pickleball being loved by all. So players are firing up. We have the Melbourne Mavericks currently taking on the Brisbane Breakers by the looks of it. And that's also going to be a top-notch game. These players are absolutely elite, repping their cities. If you are from a city that isn't Brisbane, please let us know in the comments where you're cheering on. I'm going to swing it across to Ben, who's ready to introduce the players.
Ladies and gentlemen, the pickleball verse of the world. We are level here in Brisbane, Australia, 1 game apiece. It is the Sydney Smash taking the women's doubles match first. And it is the Gold Coast Glory taking the next one, 1 game apiece. Now let's welcome our first mixed doubles match. Representing the Sydney Smash, please welcome to the court, Michaela Hyatt and Brendan Lee. Very, very exciting combination there for the Sydney Smash and their opponents here for the mixed doubles game number 1. Please welcome from the Gold Coast Glory, Beck Kingsley and Vish Masand. It is 1 game apiece here in Brisbane, ladies and gentlemen. The Pickleverse is live and active, and we cannot wait to get things started here for the game 1 of the mixed doubles.
And we can just see the players warming up. We currently have Michaela Hyatt warming up with Brendan Lee. In the pink, Sydney Smash. We have to give a big thank you to Engage Pickleball for sponsoring both the Gold Coast Glory and the Sydney Smash. On the right side of court, we have Vish Masand currently warming up with Beck Kingsley. This is where the tactics come into play for our mixed events. Teams need to decide who they're going to have on for each time. So things to expect from this game, I imagine very similar to what we just saw. The duo of Hyatt and Lee. I think Lee's probably going to be the more defensive side, or player for his side. Michaela Hyatt's just going to swing off and go nuts. Whereas on the other side, I imagine Vish Masand is going to be the more aggressive player, with Beck Kingsley opting to be a little bit more defensive. Kingsley is typically the defensive rock in the duo with her and Sarah Burr, her sister. So I imagine this will be no different. Our official Rama Murphy's put her hand up. We are good to go and get started with this mixed event. Sydney Smash to serve.
First points on the board here. Sydney Smash. This is going to be really, really interesting, Dylan. I feel for the first teams event, the first Major League Pickleball Australia event, got a feeling for a dream breaker.
Well, it's certainly the case. We've already had a win for both sides, isn't it? And that is something wouldn't that be electric for our first Major League Pickleball Australia event, as we have an absolute firefight breaking off. Lapse of communication there for the side of Masand and Kingsley. But having a dream breaker, oh boy.
I think that's just a credit to the quality that the pickleball community has here in Australia, the land down under. Hassan just not quite getting a hold of that one, but yeah, look, we want to showcase our fantastic sport and our fantastic talent that this community has, and it's just continuing to grow and grow and grow, and the requirement for more and more courts and more divisions continues to be asked by the community, and the team down under doing a really good job to facilitate opportunities to play, but we cannot thank again the Major League Pickleball Australia event coming in as Kingsley tees off high for the Gold Coast Glory.
Yeah, it's a confident smash too. Beck will be looking for more of those opportunities. Vishmasan to bring it in. 2-3. Relentless. Kingsley once more. She's seizing those opportunities with those forehands. I'm curious to see how Lee and Hyatt will respond.
Early days, the team's just gauging the ebbs and flows of each other's partnerships and their opponents there. The ever-present defense of Brendan Lee's there once again. Hassan steps in. Oh, Kingsley just couldn't convert, but a lunging move there from Hassan. He saw an opportunity, but so well defended there.
Yeah, he went for the switch. Unfortunately, opened up his side a little bit too much. Kingsley couldn't track it. Did well, though. Good effort.
It's all Hyatt with the defensive player. She just sends that one marginally wide. Keeping the Gold Coast Glory in touch. 4-6.
And I think it's fair to say also, it looks like the Gold Coast Glory seem to be freezing out Michaela Hyatt a lot. We're seeing Brendan Lee getting a lot of the ball thus far. Solid tactical play. She is a superstar, and I understand why.
Absolutely, the offensive prowess that she has and injects into this game of pickleball. It's a really interesting combination there between Michaela Hyatt and Brendan Lee. See Hassan just check in and tee off down the middle. You see the players just split their big gap through the middle. Hassan takes full advantage. Gold Coast Glory on the back foot. Defensive moves there. The angles this time. We call that the bangle from Brendan Lee.
Yeah, good luck getting that one back right in the corner of the kitchen, or as I call it, the pantry. No one is retrieving that smash. Beautiful play by Brendan Lee.
Flirting with the sideline. Hassan on the offensive, defended well there from the smash. – 9-5 scoreboard. Oh, just tickles the bottom of the net there. Maybe a little bit of the framework getting involved, but fantastic rally comes to an end. Gold Coast Glory, they are hanging tough. Got 6-9 on that scoreboard. Into the tape again. A little bit of friendly banter, a little bit of friendly fire as well between these two teams. Obviously well known to each other through their national pickleball leagues.
Well, Brendan and Beck are mixed partners for a long time in various events. Kingsley currently on the attack.
Will there be any love lost at the end of this game, you think, Dylan?
We'll see, mate. Depends on the result.
Oh, well worked there from Beck Kingsley. Matrix action here in Brisbane. What a fantastic venue to support this Major League Pickleball Australia event. We got the Pickleroll team here providing the court surface and playing surface there as Brendan Lee finds that one. It is midway through this game, number 1 for the mixed doubles. It's the Sydney Smash leading 11-7 over the Gold Coast Glory. Through this game, of course, chasing that magical number of 21 to get the win here this afternoon. The Gold Coast Glory working really hard, staying in touch, and they defend at that point well. And they thank their sponsors and supporters, Engage Pickleball and the Gold Coast Mortgage Broker. The Sydney Smash also supported by Engage Pickleball and SwitchBoard. I'm sure their sponsors are watching on now and appreciating all their valiant efforts so far within this game. It is the first ever teams event here in Australia for the Major League Pickleball Australia. We got 1 game apiece. It was the ladies for the Sydney Smash taking the first game win. The gentlemen from the Gold Coast Glory taking the men's doubles win. And now we are here in game 3, mixed doubles number 1 with a 3-point ball game. 4-point ball game, apologies, 8 serving 12. Sydney Smash remain in control. 14-9 is their scoreboard. Double figures now for the Gold Coast Glory. They eventually get the side out they were chasing, so they're on 10 points now. Apologies for the miscommunication there of the scoreboard. Just checking in with the team now. I'll keep you updated here courtside. Just send that one long. So the Glory with a couple of points back to back. 11 serving 14. Hyette's on the offensive. Teeing off down the line there at Beck Kingsley. 15 now. Within arm's reach of magic point number 21. Thank you for joining us once again, ladies and gentlemen. Exciting time here in Australia for our magnificent sport. It's a Smash in control, looking to close things out to gain the advantage once more at 2-1 if they can wrap things up here.
Third shot drop just goes wide there by Brendan Lee. Glory getting themselves another point. They need to chip away at this deficit. I have to say, Michaela Hyette once again being the superstar. She played very well in the ladies' game just before this. Just continuing that fine form.
These two teams working the angles. Brendan Lee just too delicate on that contact there. So the Gold Coast Glory, they're just hanging on. Fingertips on the edge to keep a grasp of this game and to keep it alive. Lee on the offensive, miscommunication there, and the Glory hang on just a minute. We do see a timeout called here by the Sydney Smash. They'll have a minute to discuss, reconvene, and just talk the tactics and see if they can switch the momentum as the game is back to within just 2 points. Here at UQ St. Lucia, Brisbane, east coast of Queensland, Australia. Shout out to all the viewers of the Pickleverse all around Australia and the world. So Dylan, really interesting time right now, mate, where we've got 14-16 on the scoreboard. It was a 4-point game. Smash looked like they were in control. What do the Gold Coast Glory, outside of obviously just taking their chances, what do they need to do to really close this gap?
Well, one thing I think we really need to consider is the fact that during a timeout, the players can speak to the entire team. So the team will be sitting there from both sides, both the Glory and the Smash, sitting there watching and seeing what's going on. And these players all know each other really well. They know what they need to do to fix things up, I suppose. So a little bit of strategy has been discussed. Probably bigger thing is to halt the momentum currently. But Gold Coast Glory need to get their way back into this, and they're doing well thus far. Another quick point, 1 point deficit.
It's such a valid point you make there of the teams being able to engage with each other courtside in a timeout, in between games, all that sort of thing. And you know, just that element of camaraderie that comes into play, and the reiteration of your teammates backing yourselves on the court is just like that. We are level at 16 points apiece. Must have been a fantastic and helpful conversation there for the Gold Coast Glory as Hassan continues this fantastic service run. Oh no, Brendan Lee into the middle of the net. An untimely error now. The lead has changed. Offensive win from the Glory. Both teams just flirting with each other with their little dinks across the net, Dylan.
Yeah, Vish Masan, once again, double-handed backhand. Just generates so much velocity with that positive momentum of his. And speaking of positive momentum, Gold Coast Glory be very happy with how they're doing right now. Currently have a 3-point lead.
Yeah, this is an incredible churn of events. Brendan Lee's just shaking his head. He knows that they're still in it, but there's a little bit of work to be done here. Glory, their game plan, you can just tell, Dylan, that they've just froze out Michaela Hyatt. Good defense there. No love from the net either at this point in time. Game point, Gold Coast Glory. Not done yet is Michaela Hyatt.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how the Smash will respond here. They're on the ropes, so to speak. Michaela definitely imposing herself a little bit there. Whether there's a little bit more poaching and whatnot, we'll find out.
Back-to-back points here for the Smash. Within 2 now. I believe the Glory still have a timeout up their sleeve.
Yeah, how good is this scoring formula? We've had close games every game thus far, as that sails wide. Now, as the Glory are on 20, they have to score while serving. Just adds a little bit more spice to our afternoon pickleball.
They earn the stripes, earn the point on the board. Oh, tape tickler dribbles over. Well handled there from Beck Kingsley. Getting it done is the Gold Coast Glory. What a tail end of that game it was. 21-18. The Gold Coast Glory now lead this team's event in this first round, 2-1. The second half of both teams will come out, the Sydney Smash and the Gold Coast Glory. We'll bring out the next game of the mixed doubles. Stick around, don't go too far away. We're going to bring out the next lot of athletes very, very shortly.
Can I have another lager, please?
Same for me.
What do you reckon?
It's good. Another lager. No booze, no worries.
Good afternoon and welcome back to Major League Pickleball Australia. This is Dylan Kimlin. Whew, some exciting pickleball action thus far. We have our final mixed game coming up between the Gold Coast Glory and the Sydney Smash. As the sun is slowly setting here in Brisbane. Absolutely beautiful conditions. 3:30 for our international viewers watching and wondering. It's an absolutely beautiful afternoon. Nice cool breeze. To be honest, we had some games yesterday and I thought the breeze would come into play a little bit more today, but it has stayed away. We've got a lovely sunset slowly dropping down and it has been absolutely perfect. So it looks like the players from the Smash and the Glory are just getting ready. I'm just going to drop it across to Ben and we'll get them ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, a final mixed doubles match coming your way here in Brisbane. It is the Gold Coast Glory with the 2-1 advantage, and now we welcome our second mixed doubles match here to show court. Firstly, welcoming the Sydney Smash, led by their captain, Mitch Hargraves, and his partner, Emilia Schmidt. And their opponents facing off for this final mixed doubles game, representing the Gold Coast Glory, led by their captain, Sarah Burr, and her partner, Martin Clark.
As we have the players warming up, this is going to be a very exciting game indeed. Probably arguable that this may be the top players from each side currently duking it out. And this is going to be so exciting. We have the very experienced duo of Sarah Burr and Martin Clark, arguably one of the most prolific mixed duo teams here in Australia. They have won many events together across different states. I know they've played internationally as well. And they're up against the young new hotshot Amelia Schmidt, who's also playing with international representative Mitchell Hargraves. I'm so excited to see how this will pan out. You've got the experienced team, and I actually think this game's going to come down to how Amelia Schmidt plays. We know how Mitchell Hargraves is going to play, very consistent. We know how Martin Clark and Sarah Burr are going to play. Sarah Burr being the queen of the reset here in the Australian scene. So I guess the X factor is on Amelia Schmidt. She's been playing very well today. Very aggressive play style. And I guess it'll be up to Mitch Hargraves' leadership, should he see it, to cool them down. Once again, Jen Ramamurphy, our official for this game. We once again thank Franklin for providing the X40s, the ball of the event. And our players are just having a chat. It looks like Gold Coast Glory will be serving first. Players are ready to go. 0-0. Oh no, we got a ball on court before we start. Sarah's gone for a wander. Now we can begin. 0-0. Interesting to see. Mitch Hargraves has opted for the right side, meaning he will take the dominant forehand for his side, and same to be said about Martin Clark. Immediate first points for Sydney Smash. Oh, and that's just gone wide. We had a switch there on the side of Smash. Unable to convert. I did mention the aggressive playstyle that I expected to see from Amelia Schmidt. She just does not disappoint. Ah, what a dink. Schmidt tucking that away. They're unable to retrieve it in time. Smash take the lead.
Back up the commentary booth with Dylan Kimlin. My friend, what an afternoon it is. To tell you what, the vibes courtside just then as I introduced the players, there was just this nervous energy, like knowing and understanding that this tournament for the Sydney Smash almost lives on the line in this particular game. The Gold Coast Glory currently leading 2-1. They trail with a current scoreboard of 4-1. So look, the dream of a potential dream breaker to kick off the first ever Major League Pickleball Australia teams event may become a reality, but it's obviously very early days. Stop it, Sydney Smash. Dylan, tell you what, like we've got one of the best players in the country, Mitch Hargraves, teaming up with a future star of this sport, Amelia Schmidt. This combination could be lethal in the future.
Yeah, I think it's fair to say that the other teams will be keeping a good eye on this potential combination. As I said earlier in the broadcast, everyone knows how Sarah Burr and Martin Clark will act, but it's these new players that have been sort of added to the Australian pickleball scene, Schmidt being one of them, that all eyes are on them. And this may be the potential combination that we'll see Sydney Smash lead with going forward for future events.
Sarah Burr capitalising. She's so strong above her head. Really, really capitalising on the high lofted ball. There's not a lot that beats her reach. And the precision accuracy with her swings as well from the top to really target, whether it be the feet, the sidelines, the baseline. It's fantastic from the experienced Gold Coast captain.
Yeah, and that also has to be mentioned. We've got the captains duking it out here for the game that really decides the end result for everyone. So it's exciting stuff. Combination of Burr and Clark. Currently just having a chat with our official Emma Murphy. Amelia Schmidt. So much power in that forehand of hers. 2-point lead thus far for Sydney Smash. Hargraves unable to get the reset in time. Sarah Burr smacking that down near the toes. Well placed ball. 5-6. What a highlight rally. Gold Coast Glory somehow defending that. I think there was a point there where Sarah Bird just about dived to get a ball back. Ben, that's some exciting stuff.
Oh,
people on their seat.
Absolutely. One of the best celebrations in the game is Martin Clark.
Yeah, he's very animated, isn't he?
So I'll tell you what, it's very similar to the Toyota. Maybe a sponsorship deal up for grabs there for Martin Clark. Who knows? But loving his energy here on the court. And that's that sort of energy I mentioned when I came up from courtside. It's just electric here in Brisbane. Just wide vision from Sarah Burrow. There was actually clear, concise communication there as well from Martin Clark.
Yeah, I almost feel like that was deliberate by Burr. She's almost egging the young Schmidt on to blast the ball at her because we know what Amelia's going to do. She's very aggressive, as I said. And Burr getting 2 points in a row, one going out, one straight into the net. This is the wily old veterans that are playing well right now. We have a 4-point lead here for the Glory. Remember, first team to 11, we do have a switch of sides.
Amelia Schmidt taking charge and matters into her own hands. She is a momentum player. We mentioned this throughout the weekend so far, but I tell you what, as soon as she gets in a groove, there is not a lot stopping her. Commentators curse. I apologise, Amelia and family viewers from around Australia and the world. It is 11 points to 7 midway through game number 4, mixed doubles number 2. Thanks for joining us, Pickleverse volley fans around the world.
I think it's fair to say the Glory playing very well at the moment. Curious to see as we are coming down to crunch time, the final game between the Glory and the Smash. Just to see how these players pan out. I will say that Hargrave seems to have been frozen out a little bit. We haven't seen much ball going his way. Sarah Bird directing a lot towards Schmidt. Same could be said about Clark though. He's just popping in every now and then when he can. The game is back underway, 11-7.
Yeah, that ball there sent well wide, looking for the angles, and a poker face action there from Martin Clark. He's just teasing and tempting the young Mitch Hargreaves. Nice little firefight there, back and forth again. Just working the angles. Two captains going head to head. The switch now. And it's good from the Sydney Smash. That's incredible patience and composure there to pick and choose the ideal moment for point number 8.
Well, you mentioned Poker Face by Martin Clark. He is very prominent within the medical community here in Australia. Believe it or not, Ben, his reoccurring nickname is Doc Martin because of it.
We love that. We love nicknames.
So it was no surprise at all. He's calm and collected under pressure.
Some would say potentially the hands of a surgeon. I don't know his exact occupation, but I trust him already.
Oh, I think you're onto something, mate.
Just send that one wide, cramping the Sydney Smash, targeting the body line. 14 on the board now. The Gold Coast Glory. Clark just sending that one in to the bottom of the net. It's the Smash. 9 points now.
Yeah, we haven't seen as much dinking as I would have expected from these players. Admittedly, the 4 players on court are all quite aggressive compared to some of the other sides. Like I imagine the Brisbane Breakers, for example, they have a lot of dinking heavy players on their side. So it's interesting, different teams, different play styles.
I think that's what's so unique about this playing style, or this playing format, the teams event. You know, teams are going to have to be pushed outside their comfort zone at times to find a way through, to find a win on the board. It's a Smash here on a healthy couple of points. They've gone over the past couple of points back to a little bit of a dinking option. Back to within 3 now at 11-14. Sarah Burr steps in and punishes that one. Sharp cross court.
Yeah, and that's where you can see that Burr and Clark have played together for so long. Clark just immediately stepped out of the way. Let Sarah Burr capitalise on that pop-up. Oh, look at the hands.
Fight. Amelia Schmidt. Oh, what do you reckon doing?
Elite. Oh my goodness, I said she needs to build that confidence should she want to get back into this game. Only 3-point deficit. Mitch Hargraves looked like he was tempting a poach there. Calmed himself down, back to the dink rally.
Oh, good adjustment off the tape. Firefight in full swing, just long, Mitch Hargraves. Wow, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like that one snagged the sideline. Fantastic sportsmanship shown by Sarah Burr there. Skipping on through.
And that's pretty common here in the Australian pickleball scene. Everyone's remarkably honest. Like we've noticed our official Jen Rammer-Murphy, she's been doing all of our games so far and has barely had to make a peep. So it's a good sign.
Well left there. Martin Clark looking to just tempt the Sydney Smash athletes on the far side of the court there. So they stay in touch. 14-16. This game is certainly not over yet. That ball goes long. 1 point advantage now. Very interesting, Dylan.
Yeah, and with the Dream Breaker looming as well, that's got to be in the back of the minds of the players. No doubt the other players that are currently watching will be getting ready for it. I believe our official Roman Murphy's just had a confirmation of server by the looks of it. Players recommenced.
Oh, no way. I reckon that was the breeze then that just kicked up at the opportune moment for the Sydney Smashers. It just doesn't want to go over. So Gold Coast Glory call the timeout. They feel the pressure. Points are level. 16 all, game 4, match mixed doubles number 2. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you again for joining us here in Brisbane, Australia for the Major League Pickleball Australia event. The first international event outside of the United States of America. And we are so privileged to be here calling. My name is Ben Abbott here with Dylan Kilman. And we are ecstatic to be a part of this fantastic sport. Quick couple of shout outs to Yola, the official paddle sponsor and official net sponsor of this league. They got a reputation providing elite gear used to the world's best. Yola brings a unique blend of expertise and innovation to the pickleball landscape. So we thank them immensely for their support here down under. As the Sydney Smash now take the lead out of that timeout, 17-16. Hargraves continuing. He's got a good serve there. He hasn't put a lot of pace on that ball just then. Has to be tactical there. The ladies going back and forth. Amelia Schmidt lights it up here at the business end of game 4. 2-point buffer now. 4-point run from the Sydney Smash. So agile, so dynamic. Ever ready in back court. Just wide there. Well watched all the way from Sarah Burr. So points now 17-18. Still in favour of the Sydney Smash. Mitch Hargraves hard and cross the body for point number 19. Number 20. So game point here for the Sydney Smash. And into the net it goes. That'll get it done. The Sydney Smash taking game 4 here on show court. 21 points to 17. A fantastic first round of matches here on show court. Stick around, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to go and interview the winning team very shortly.
And welcome back to Major League Pickleball Australia. Comfortable win there in the end. We've got the players absolutely electric here at UQ. The Gold Coast Glory were very aggressive in the end. We can see some awesome replays there of the rallies underway. And it looks like we've got Ben Abbott have just scoped across to Sarah Burr and Martin Clark. And we're going to go through to an interview to them, have a chat with the Gold Coast Glory.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the Pickleverse fans of the world, we're here with the winning team and the winning captain, Sarah Burr, Martin Clark, her teammate there. Didn't quite get it done in that last game there, but your teammates brought it through across the two courts there. Like, fantastic first round win.
Yeah, I'm so proud of our team. They've been training hard and they really pulled us through there. Our captain kind of let them down a little bit in that match, but thankfully they're amazing teammates and they did all the hard lifting for me, and I couldn't be prouder of our team.
There we go. Well said, like a true captain as well. And Martin Clark, sir, you have a Oh What a Feeling Toyota type of celebration going on court, and I think there could be a sponsorship deal going on there. But, mate, how does it feel lining up against one of the absolute legends of our game here in Australia?
I was playing with one of the absolute legends in our game. Sarah. Oh, I thought you said against. Okay.
No, with
It is such a comforting feeling having Sarah right there. There's probably no one I'd prefer to have on the right side. So reliable, a fighter, incredible player, an asset for anyone to play with or any team.
Absolutely incredible partnership. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Gold Coast Glory going through to the next round. Congratulations, Captain Sarah Burr, partner Martin Clark. Stick around, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Major League Pickleball Australia first round team event here in Brisbane, Down Under.